Welcome to the deep dive. Today, our mission is a little different. We're not looking at a finished product, but more like the blueprint for one.
That's right. We've got the foundational scripts, the notes for a brand new podcast called Contained.
So we're really going to dissect the DNA of this show. Who are the hosts, Angelo and Leah? And what is this chaotic but also kind of profound philosophy they're building this whole thing on?
I think we have to start with the name because it's the first thing that makes you stop and think.
Absolutely. The paradox is right there in the title. If your whole point is growth, breaking limits,
Yeah.
why on earth would you call your show Contained? I mean, it almost sounds like giving up before you start.
It really does. But that's the hook,
Yeah.
It's clever because it immediately sets up this duality they want to explore.
A duality between the literal and the metaphorical.
Exactly. It has a physical meaning and then this much, much deeper one. And you kind of need both to get what they're doing.
Okay, so let's start with the physical, the literal container, because that's
Yeah.
a real thing, right?
It is, yeah. The sources say they record the show inside an actual shipping container. So even the physical space is this mix of structure and, well, chaos.
And that leads perfectly into the metaphorical meaning, doesn't it?
It's a direct bridge. Because for them, being contained is all about the walls we let define us, whether we build them ourselves or someone else does.
They get really specific about this. They have a whole list.
They do, and it's really relatable. Being contained by your past, by fear, by your job title.
Or that little voice in your head, the I'm not enough, that one's huge.
That's probably the biggest one for most people.
Okay, let's dig into that a little more. This idea of self-containment. They're basically saying we lock ourselves in these boxes for safety, right?
Absolutely. And what's so interesting is how they connect our internal choices to these, external pressures.
The shoulds.
The shoulds, exactly. Society is always reinforcing the container. You hear it all the time. You're a parent now, you should slow down.
Stop taking risks. Or that dream isn't practical. You need to stick to your lane.
And that pressure makes us shrink. We sort of voluntarily climb into the box because it feels easier than fighting against all those voices.
But this is where they really push back.
This is the core of it.
Yeah.
They say, okay, let's accept the container. We feel stuck. We feel limited. Fine. But what if that container isn't a wall? What if it's a foundation?
The container as a launch pad, that's the big shift. But how do you convince someone a box is built for moving?
Well, they just pivot right back to the physical analogy, the shipping container.
Right.
It's not just a box. It's an engineering marvel built specifically to move, to carry things across oceans, to get cargo to new places. It is fundamentally designed for transformation.
That's a really powerful way to reframe it.
It is. So this show isn't about pretending the limits don't exist. It's about the journey out.
Moving from stuck to moving.
And from contained to becoming. It's about realizing your next chapter has to be bigger than the walls you see right now.
And that the container is yours. You can change it from a prison into a vehicle.
Exactly. It's a very practical, motivational idea.